Please, can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So the data set I worked on was analysis of B&J biscuit and bakery sales data for 2024. So literally the company.
Please confirm for me that you also shared it with me via mail.
Yes, I did.
Just confirm. Okay. Okay.
So the company reached out to us with their data set for 2024. They pushed out, it's a biscuits company, they produce brands of biscuits. So they pushed out 10 different biscuit brands to 10 different locations in 2024. And they would like us to see how these 10 products performed and also how they performed in those different locations. So they assigned it to 8 different sales representatives to deliver these sales. So basically the objective is we are to track progress of sales, but also to track the performance of products, the performance of sales representative, and also to compare each product in terms of profitability. So that's basically what, and also to give recommendations on our findings.
Sorry,
So
please.
first things
Okay.
first.
Go ahead. I'll see what I'm looking for.
Okay. First thing first, we got our data in, we got our data in two different sheets. We got this data aside from the cost price and the rest. And we also got this data. So to clean this data, what I did was I used VLOOKUP to impute the product, to impute the brand, biscuit brand, the cost and the unit price into the transaction data before I proceeded to generate the total costs, total sales, gross profit, and the profit margin before cleaning in Power Query. So after that, we just 2 pages of that dashboard. I used Excel to do this analysis, and using pivot chart and pivot tables, we were able to arrive at this dashboard. So first things first, we had 12,000 buyers in 2024 who bought biscuits, and the revenue for the year was 61,567,883 kobo. And we got this revenue from a cost of 34,783,000. And the profit made for the year was 26,784,000, which is approximately 43.5% of the revenue. So the first thing on our dashboard is profit generated by location. As you can see, the 10 location pretty did well, but we can see a little increase in San Antonio. We can see San Antonio did best, although all other locations did pretty well, but San Antonio had the highest, while Phoenix, had the lowest. But would say that all 10 locations did pretty well. So moving on, we can see the age distribution. For age distribution, we can see clearly on the chart that most of our buying customers were between the age of 20 to 80. Buyers within the age of 10 to 20 and 80 to 90 were not really much. So we can conclude that from age 20 to 80, that's where we had more buyers. So the major challenge I encountered when analyzing this data is, while in reality, an LD profit margin should be within the range of 50 to 60%. But in this data set, we could see a profit margin of about 9%, 17%, 15%, which, although this challenge did not negatively influence any of the results. So in summary, our finding is that B&J Biscuit and Bakery had a total profit of 43.50% in the year and an even sale across all 10 regions. Although, as I said, San Antonio had the highest sales and highest customers for the year. There was also a high sale volume on vanilla wafers, ginger snaps, butter bites, butter crunch, and shortbread, while a noticeable low sale volume was experienced with oatmeal cookies, cinnamon squares, choco delight, and lemon crepes. So shortbread had the highest profit margin, like I said before. It had 78%, while buttercrush had 9%. Also, about 85% of buyers were male, and most buyers were within the age group of 20 to 80 years. Elizabeth had the lowest performance in the year, while Travis Doyle has the highest performance, being the sales representative. Also, we also noticed that January to July are peak periods for high sales, while August to December were like decline sales. There were not much sales made. So what are the recommendations for the organization? So number one recommendation is that since a profit of 43.50% was made this 2024, it can be better in subsequent years if considerations are taken into the profit margins of some products which are below 50%. For example, Butter Crunch, which had 9%, even though they had a decent demand by customers, it was among the highest biscuits in demand, but due to the low profit margin, it didn't really yield much sales. So if this can be looked into, the profit margin for the subsequent years will be better. So the second recommendation is that oatmeal cookies, cinnamon screws, lemon crepes, and choco delight should be promoted more at all regions, especially during August to December periods. So the third recommendation is August to December periods can be used to run bonus/discount promotion so as to attract more purchasing customers. Since this period seems to be low on sales, so we can use this period to run promotions, discount, bonus, probably Christmas bonus, discounts on each product so that people can be attracted to buy more. So our fourth recommendation is females and others should be targeted more during promotions, since there's an high volume of female and other gender, since we have a volume of male. So we believe that females and others should also be targeted more during promotions. And lastly, employee surveys should be pushed out to sales representative quarterly to get feedback and insights on their experience on field. And also trainers can be brought in to train sales representatives in order to increase customer service and sales in the long run. Thank you.
This is really interesting. Thank you so much for your presentation. Right, you really did well. So let me throw you to the house. Questions? Do the house have questions, or you have contributions to what she has said? So it's open to everybody.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening.
Quickly, I tried looking at the presentation. Very fantastic.
Okay.
Well, actually, when I was trying to work on that BJ, I think I didn't see those figures in Naira. Did they use conversion rates to convert it to Naira in order to get all those figures?